What is up, sign folk? I know it's been a couple minutes. Sean the Sign Guy. I'm coming back at you for a little update. Well, it's a big update. Been really busy at the RC track. As you can see, we got some fancy hats made. HighVoltageRCSpeedway.com. Check that out. Also do it on social media if you haven't already. If you're into that kind of thing. The point of this video, after 5.5 years, she's probably dead. I think it's terminal. It's not good. Having severe printer issues. Stick around, and I'm going to fill you in. So, after 5.5 years of faithful service, support, prints, all the glory, the 1324X is now on its final resting place almost. About 3 weeks ago, I started having some banding issues, and I really didn't think much of it. I just did some regular cleaning cycles and went through the normal thing that I normally do. I decided to order a maintenance station. And that's kind of where this video was supposed to start, was replacing a maintenance station in a 1324, just to help a lot of people out. There's a lot of videos, but they don't really go in depth with what to do and how to do it, but that's here nor there. So I had that footage. I may put that up later, but the ink delivery issue that I was having was not an ink delivery issue that I don't think happened. We believe it's an electrical issue that the printer is having. So going to put a maintenance station in, from everything should have been printing, it was worse. I did a long store, which basically means that I flushed all the ink out of the system. I filled it with cleaning solution, trying to unclog the heads, reprimed the system with new ink. It wasn't any better. So I then decided I had new dampers. I was going to replace the dampers and trying to figure out where my ink delivery issue was coming from. These are my dampers, and I knew immediately from pulling them out that was not the issue. So after putting the dampers in, I went to power the printer back up, and it went through the power light came on. It read 1324 across the side, MUTOH, whatever it was, and then it went to initializing, and then it just shuts off. It did this 4 or 5 times. No matter how much I cursed at it, making sure that I had everything still connected or unplugged, or maybe I missed something, the printer will not come back on after the initialization. So I'm asking Sign Warehouse. They still gave me a little insight. You know, they're not really like tech support, but it's like just bouncing some ideas. Sign Warehouse and myself are on the same page there, where we believe this was an electrical issue from the get-go. So it's either the print head or the motherboard or some cables that somehow went bad, but that's very unlikely. It's probably a main component, which would be the motherboard, that sends the voltage to the heads that tell the head what ink to fire. And you can see from some of the pictures that I'm going to put down below, these were some of the issues that I was having. Magenta would start and then it would go away. Cyan would start and then it would go away. So we believe heavily that it is a voltage issue that the printer was having. So in the event that it's a motherboard, that's okay. If in the event that it's a print head, I am done. I am not buying another printer. Here's kind of where we're at. All these electrical components in here. I have, we have the fuses back in here. We have some of the terminals. We have the power supply. Not exactly sure what these boards are called. I believe this is the motherboard. And that's what we're going to try to replace first. The head has been sitting for since last Monday, I believe. I have this absorbent pad, and it is filled with cleaning solution. You can see there's some residue, and Essentially, what I do is I'm just trying to soak the head so that ink does not dry out on it. Everything else I think could be salvageable, but the head is probably the biggest cha-ching, because that's the one that I'm not willing to take the investment on. They're $2,600. New printers, they're not that far off. You kind of know what you got. My printer's out of warranty. So I really had nothing to lose. If the printer was dead, then it is what it is. Did install the new maintenance station. I cleaned up a lot of issues. I'm telling you guys, check these thoroughly, very often. Underneath here, I'm going to show you, there's a ink drainage line, and you can see that it's actually clear now, but that thing was completely blocked. Ink, it overflowed, and it made a mess in the printer. I'm just saying, it made a mess in the printer, and it made a mess on the floor. Who knew? So, the silver lining could be that the motherboard fixes the issue. Where do you get a motherboard from, Sean? Well, I just so happen to know a couple people. Luckily, one of those people's is down the road, and he happened to have a MUTOH 1304 sitting in his garage, unused, and he said, if you want it, come get it. No charge. So I said, all right, I'll be over the next day. So the silver lining is the 1304 parts swap into the 1204, which could potentially save me a lot of money. The problem with the 1304 is it uses a different head, different print head. And the print head that's in that printer is completely dry. That thing hasn't been, let me show you. Let me show you how long ago. This is 2015. So I bet you that printer's been sitting for about 8 years at least. I think Alan paid $1,000 for it. Maybe it was working when it did, but I don't know. So I'm going to go through. The nature of this video is just to kind of update everybody as far as what I've been doing, where I'm going. The RC track is doing great. Like I said, with the hats and all the other stuff. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been doing orders in between trying to get the printer issue. I've been subbing all my prints out to Alan. He does all the printing, laminating. He's 20 minutes up the road from me, if that, maybe like 10 minutes up the road. I can still CNC all my signs, all my ACM, still do all that stuff and, make that part work, which is fine. I just don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing it. Etsy is really slacked off. We are completely done with Amazon at this point. They were asking for more and more information that we felt that just wasn't really relevant to how or what we wanted to do. So we basically just totally scrapped Amazon. We are completely done with it as of now. Doubt we will ever go back, but hey, some people have a lot of luck on Amazon. We had a lot of luck. We made a hell of a lot of money on Amazon. It worked really well for us for a couple of years. But so that's kind of what's been going on between working on the printer, taking time over there at the RC track, fulfilling orders in between, getting mom moved down to Florida. That took a lot of time and a lot of patience, and we were out of the shop for quite a bit for that. So that's kind of where we've been for the last, or where I've been for the last 6-7 months. So, I'm going to try to update you guys with the progress of the 1324, and maybe I can get it to fire back up. I'm not exactly sure. In the next video, I'll probably get a little bit more specific with some of the other things. So I hope everyone's doing well again. Sorry for the cough. I hope everyone's doing well. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that other good stuff. Appreciate everyone watching, going back through some of the old videos. Like I said, apparently a lot of people find it very informative. I still get a lot of questions and appreciate everyone to reaching out to me. I still have a little bit of knowledge left up here, but oh, one more thing. So this guy, my Edge 2. Yeah, I figured some things out. I will be posting some videos about that. Like I said, as my time is spent less on, printing and actually being in the shop, like I said, I can kind of get back to doing some more videos, which I feel is beneficial to everybody. Like I said, it seems to help a lot of people out, and that makes me feel good. So, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that other good stuff. Don't forget to comment down below. I hope everyone's doing well. Appreciate everyone. I know I haven't been active, very much, but hey, it is what it is, and life is what it is. And, hope y'all are doing well. Until the next time, we'll see you.